Hello everyone, my name is Diana Guspinera and today I want to talk about something real. Something that many college students face but don't always say out loud is the mental health struggle. When I learned that the near 70% of students begin at college already dealing with the mental health problem, it became clear to me that this is not a small issue. It is something happening on campus or across the country, and honestly, it's something that affects the more than we like to admit. And the truth is, it affects our friends, our classmates, the people sitting next to us in class, and sometimes even ourselves. As a student, I know how stressful it can be to balance school, work, family responsibility, and life in general. And after researching this topic, I realized something important. We can't keep pretending everything is fine when so many of us are struggling in silence. So today I am going to explain three simple things: why this crisis is happening, how is it affected student, and what we can do to support one another. My goal is not to scare anyone, and it is to help us understand that mental health is part of our everyday life, and it deserves the same care we give to our jobs and our family. Um, let's start with the first big cause: stress. Academic stress and financial stress. The American College Health Association report that over 16 of the student, 16% of students experience severe anxiety, and 44% deal with depressive like symptoms. And honestly, that makes sense when we think about everything a student who students today are overwhelmed with assignment, tests, deadline, and the constant pressure to perform perfectly, not just do well but excel in everything. A student interviewed by the Jet Foundation said something many of us can relate to. I felt like I had to be perfect until I realized everyone else was silently struggling too. That sentence really stays with you because it reminds us that people look fine on the outside while carrying so much of the offside. And there's the financial side, which honestly can be even more stressful than homework. Many students work while going to school. Some have children, some help family, and many are paying rent on their own. And imagine doing homework after working all day, cooking, cleaning, caring for another, and trying to pass your classes. That pressure builds up inside the person, and it doesn't go away easily. And something that is really talked about: some students feel guilty for taking a break, as if resting means they weren't trying hard enough, but that mindset is exactly what leads to burnout. Another important cause is life after the pandemic. Um, According to the World Health Organization, young people report more long lines, more sleep problems, and more emotional exhaustion since COVID-19. And it is not surprising. We lose routine, we lose motivation, we lose the social connection. and many of us had to learn how to be normal again, even though nothing felt normal anymore. After even today, years later, students are still rebuilding their mental and emotional balance. Think about it. We return to the classrooms, but not everyone return emotionally. Our lifestyle change, our coping skills change, and our stress tolerance change. So when you combine school pressure, financial stress, and emotional effects of the pandemic, it becomes very clear why so many students feel overwhelmed. It is not a weakness, it is response to year of accumulated stress. And the important thing is recognize this cause. Help us understand that mental health struggles are not random. They come from real challenges that many people face at the same time. How this affects the student? Now let's talk how this struggle affects a student academically. The Health Mind study found the student with a mental health challenge are more likely to drop class, fail course, or fail behind. A study by Lipson and the college also showed that long-term depressive symptoms make a student more likely to leave college early or lose motivation. When your mind is overwhelmed, it becomes difficult, sometimes impossible to focus and to learn or even to care about school. And this is not about being lazy. It's about the brain reaching a point where it cannot function at full capacity. The National Center for Education Statistics report that over 30% of medical leave requests today are because of mental health issues. The students aren't just stressed. Many are overwhelmed to the point where they must step away from school to recover. And this has long-term consequences, academically, emotionally, and financially. It affects motivation, the confidence, and the future goals. This is why awareness matters, because when we ignore the mental health, we lose a student who could have success with the right support. What can help? Now for some good news. There are things that help. The American Psychiatric Association says like the counseling and the mindfulness program and peer groups build resilience and develop a healthy habit. One of the students from the Head Foundation said the program, he said, made me feel a lot less isolated and alone. And that right there is powerful. Sometimes what the person needs most is simple to feel understood, to feel seen, to feel that they are not carrying everything on their own. But the support doesn't have to be complicated. Even simple routine matter. According to the CDC, the student who sleep 7 and 8 hours and exercise regularly have a 25% fewer symptoms of anxiety and depression. That means a small action like resting, walking, drink water, journaling, or taking to someone you trust, or talking to someone you trust, can help lighten to the emotional load more than we think. And maybe the most important message is reaching out um, for help is a sign of stress. It means you are choosing to take care of yourself, not giving up. To close here, what I want to you to remember. Many students are struggling with their mental health more than most people realize. School pressure, money stress, pandemic after effect, the all of these play a role, but there are ways to get better, to feel supported and to support each other. Mental health struggles are not a sign or a weakness. They are a sign that someone is caring too much, trying too hard, or not getting enough support. Just like we know that avoiding harmful food protect the body, we must learn to protect our mind and from harm, stress, and silence. The good health does not start with the body; it starts with our mind. If there is one thing I want to take from this speech, it is this: you are not alone, you are not failing, and you are not the only one trying to stay strong. Thank you very much for listening.